Following the mass shooting in Florida, the left keeps on talking about how to make students safer, and conservatives have one simple solution: guns. So Kobi, Libii, Tim Baltz, and myself, Jordan Klepper, are at CPAC, the annual gathering of conservatives from across the country, to get those deets.
We have a tremendous amount of guns in America.
We're number one with guns.
Absolutely.
And mass killings.
Right, exactly.
Well, that's two number ones.
Right, exactly.
The left wants to talk about guns. I find it very frustrating that they're using young people and they are putting them in front of the camera as a political pawn.
Right. I think it's disrespectful to these victims to politicize these things so quickly, even if the victims are specifically asking us to politicize them.
Correct.
Liberals keep saying there are like 400 mass shootings a year in America.
Move on, liberals.
That's right.
Democracy is about balancing two equally valid points. On one side, you have children who want to live to see the end of the school day. On the other side, you have people who want to own 3 AR-15s.
Right.
Both equally valid.
There you go.
Exactly.
What are the words that they're saying? Do they sound like something a young person would say, or do they sound like a script?
It's like they're so polished. It's like either I have to question my deeply held beliefs or they're lying. Right?
Yeah,
You know?
a teenager lying, that's weird. I never do that.
They constantly lie. I never change my mind.
Right, exactly.
Ever.
Exactly.
Ever.
NRA spokesperson Sheriff David Clark knows that only one man had enough cash to bankroll all the crisis actors: George Soros.
Hi, Sheriff Clark. How you doing? Tim, good. How are you? I just want to say I appreciate everything that you've said about Soros being behind the Never Again movement.
Bad guy.
He's a bad guy, and he's also like, it just makes me furious. We need to get 18-year-old honor students to carry guns as well, you know?
Amazing, what we won't do that we should be doing that we can do.
Right.
Sheriff Clark is right. It's amazing what we won't do to prevent mass shootings. Like anything at all.
All these movies make heroes out of people with mental deficiencies. Look at Hollywood. There is The Green Mile. There is Forrest Gump.
You're drawing a line between Forrest Gump and school shootings. And that's a line people are afraid to draw.
Yeah.
Too often people are like, oh, shooting with an AR-15, having an AR-15, and they connect these dots. But nobody has the guts to connect like shooting with an AR-15, Forrest Gump.
That's it.
It's just a lack of imagination. I sent Tim in to see what the big dogs are saying about guns.
By the way, if you only had a choice of one, what would you rather have, the Second Amendment or the tax cuts? Go ahead. Second Amendment. Tax cuts. Second Amendment. I'm going to leave it at the Second Amendment. I don't want to get into that battle. All right?
The Second Amendment is not about hunting. It's about an armed militia.
Right. I feel like the Founding Fathers, they saw that. They were like, we know what's eventually going to happen.
Right.
We need 19-year-olds to be able to have AR-15s.
That's right.
The Second Amendment is very clear, and it talks about the militia.
The Constitution is famously unamendable.
Correct.
I'm constantly telling that to my slaves.
And never forget these words.
To stop a bad guy with a gun, it takes
Another
a good
bad
guy
guy.
with
Oops.
a gun.
A good guy with a gun.
The best part of CPAC? No one is talking about gun control. Instead, we keep hearing one common solution.
Arming teachers.
Keep guns our teachers.
We can arm teachers.
Arm all these teachers. I want to put more firearms in school. I want to see more teachers armed.
At malls, we should be arming the cashier at Gadzooks.
Right.
Or the Hot Topic person piercing ears. They should have an AR.
Even if the janitor.
Crossing guards got a gun. They'd respect the don't walk sign then, am I right?
What do you think of the NRA's strategy in response to the Never Again movement, the students from Parkland in particular?
So talking about the like arming teachers, for example. Oh, I think that's a pretty good idea.
Oh,
honestly.
wait, no, I'm not talking about their
not that.
strategy about arming teachers. I mean,
Right.
I'm talking about their strategy of like kind of changing the subject away from gun control.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess I think it's important.
There he is, the second most famous Lash in the NRA, Dana's husband, Chris Lash. And I sent Kobi to pick his brain.
The school that my children go to have protocols. They have locked doors. You have to be buzzed in, and there are people there that are willing to respond and are armed because we care about our children.
So you put them in prison.
They're not in prison. That's ridiculous.
Right, it's just you have to buzz in the
All
metal
right.
detectors. How many more guns would make our school safe?
You tell me.
10.
10 more guns where?
I don't know, like just scattered about. How many more? 50 guns?
I'm asking you.
Would 50 guns make our schools safe? 75. 100.
Hey, look, he is funny.
Thank you so much. I'm a big fan.
No, you're not. Don't lie.
Sir, can you please move back? Can you please move back?
Oh, no, I don't have a gun. I'm very
No,
safe.
Please move back. Thank you.
No, I don't have a gun. It's okay. I don't have a gun.
Silly Kobi, these people would have felt safer if you did have a gun. That's why the NRA's strategy is to always hijack the debate to talk about anything except fewer guns. Like arming teachers, good guys with guns, mental health, Hollywood, George Soros, and wait, what were we even talking about? If you don't know, just follow the crowd.
Stand for the flag. Stand for the flag. Stand USA. USA. USA.
Ah, now I feel safe.